Hello everybody, it's Bacon Donut here, and I'm back with another Sky Factory tutorial. Yes! Sky Factory is a mod pack that I created, and if you want to know more about what it is and how to get it, go back and watch episode 1 of this tutorial series. Today is part 2 of our introduction to Dartcraft. I'm going to show you all the ins and outs of it as it relates to Sky Factory. Not every single feature, but enough that you can complete all of the challenges. And yesterday I showed you, last time we did one of these videos, I showed you some of the items, the list of things that you need in order to do the enchanting and progress. This infuser here, how to get it powered, and of course the forest trees over there. And we got enchanted a couple of things and finished up tier 1, and so now we're on tier 2, and you can see there's these things here that are grayed out, and if you click on them it gives you a hint about what it is, but of course I'm going to just spoil it for you. So if you want to flail around and guess, then you know you can do that, but here we go. So first thing, this one here, this is a piece of lapis, and in Dartcraft lapis is used to enchant shears and nothing else. And I wanted to mention also, this chest contains in order all the things that you need for doing all of the enchantments, but in case you in your world are trying to stock up the things you need, you don't need a stack. Like, I just grabbed a stack of everything. You don't need a whole stack. You just need one. So I forgot to, hopefully that didn't mess anybody up. You don't need to get a stack of each of these. Just one of each will be enough to do the minimum enchanting. It was just, you know, in creative, it was easier to just grab a stack. All right, so let's grab a pair of shears here, which of course are just like vanilla shears, except they're crafted with force ingots in a pattern like that in a crafting table, just like normal shears. So let me grab these over to the infuser, and again you need force here and power here to get this to work. So put that guy there, and hit go. Boom. It's instant for me because I'm in creative. In survival it will take a little bit of time, this little progress bar. So now we have shears with rainbow. What on earth is rainbow? All right, let me show you. Let me just fly over here because, you know, we have an animal farm over here that's been spawning animals for us. Oh, there comes eggs. We have sheep. Check this out. Let's shear the sheep. Oh, look at that. We got pink wool, brown wool, and light gray wool. Now do you get what rainbow does on shears? Pretty interesting. Yeah, there you go. And another little tidbit that might be useful, if you have a bucket of force, let me grab one of those here. No, it wouldn't be there. Force, no. Bucket of liquid force, this right here. Okay, if you have a bucket of force and you put an animal in it, it's gonna regrow its stuff faster. See, boom, did you see that? It's already done. The sheep already regrew its wool. So if you want yourself a wool farm, and you can see the force liquid, it goes away slowly. That's another thing to take note of. If you want a wool farm, just dig a little pit, put some force liquid in there, put the sheep in there, and then just go to town on the shears, and you'll just have wool for days. And you can even automate that later. Now, other interesting things about the shears, the sheep is not the only thing you can shear. Let's shear a cow. Oh, that looked like it hurt. And you can see the display up there. It's now a cold cow. Yep. All right, let's try it on a chicken. Boom! Now it's a cold chicken. We sheared the feathers off, and now we have a feather there. It also gave us an egg when we sheared it. We'll shear that one too. Boom. And finally the pigs. You ready for this? This just might be my favorite part. Let's get some room on our hotbar. Come here, pig. Boom! Not only is that a cold pig, it gave us bacon! Actual bacon strips! Yes! Bacon in Minecraft. It is real. Thanks to Dartcraft, and you can cook that up and you can eat it. and it's delicious. All right, so that's the shears. Let's head back over here. And if you look at the question mark thing, you can see now that little piece of lapis is lit up. That's because you did the one enchantment. All right, let's move on to the next one. Question mark, question mark, question mark. This is actually how you get fortune or looting on stuff. And this is actually a fortune from a fortune cookie. Do I have any of those in here? Oh, I put them in here, right here. Fortune cookie. So let's look up the recipe. Fortune cookie, right there. So a plain old vanilla cookie, which is just cocoa beans and wheat. Wheat you can get from farming. Cocoa beans you can get from sifting. That makes 8 cookies. Pair that with some paper and you've got the fortune cookie. So then what you do is you take the fortune cookie, and let me do this in survival just to make sure it doesn't derp, and you eat it. Boom. So we ate the fortune cookie and it gave us a little fortune, which has read me. So let's right click on this and see what happens. Okay. That's some sort of geek reference that I completely don't understand. Let's try a couple others. Let's see what else we get. I'm just gonna eat several here. Let's open a couple fortunes and see what happens. Boom. Ah, not feathers. Read me. It's a secret to everybody. Oh, that's a Zelda reference. Next. What's all this junk? I don't know, man. You tell me. You'll live. The first one that's actually like a fortune. All right, so you get the idea. So to do this enchant, you basically just have to put fortune on something. And if I had been thinking ahead far enough, I could have done this on the shears. You could put fortune on the shears along with rainbow, and that would have been a better way to do it. But since I haven't done that, you can't actually re-enchant this. This is important to know about Dartcraft. You can't re-enchant it once it's done. Now that it has rainbow, I can't put this on there because the go button just won't light up. You can't do it. Let's see, how about fortune on a pick? That's reasonable, right? That's something we would normally put fortune on, so let's put the pick in there, plop those guys in, boom, and I don't know if you've noticed, there's 3 slots here now. Yes, 3 slots. Now that we completed tier 1, we've got a 3rd one at our disposal, and you know, when we get to tier 3, it's going to open up yet another one, and so forth. So here we go. Hit go. Oh man, I should have been in creative. That was going to take forever. And there we go. Fortune 3 on the pickaxe, and if we click on info, you can see that that's now lit up. Lapis and fortune both taken care of. All right, that takes us to this next one. And this is a funky little shape, and if you've never done Dartcraft before, you'll probably never guess what that thing is. If you want to find it in NEI, look for upgrade. Upgrade right there, and you'll find it right here. It's called a force pack upgrade. So what's a force pack upgrade? Well, it's an upgrade for a force pack. So let's grab that. This is a force pack right here. And these are nifty things. We're going to learn more about them later. But it's basically just like a small inventory thing that you can carry around. And I can put stuff in that, like so. Fill it up with stuff and, you know, just keep it in my inventory and carry it around. Pretty nifty. And the upgrade for the thing, this guy right here, lets you increase the amount of storage that it has. You can see it says 8 out of 8. That means there's 8 total slots available, and I've got 8 items in, you know, in the 8 slots full. So if we put this thing here in with the pack upgrade, hit go, boom, now it doubled it up to 16. Let's open the thing. There we go. We've got a 2nd row. Now, another thing to note about this thing is that you can upgrade it farther. You can make it bigger than that, but it's only once per tier, right? So if we were to right now put another upgrade in here and hit go, it wouldn't work. But when we get to tier 3, then that would enable us to put 1 more upgrade on it. So as you go through and get all the upgrades done, you can keep revisiting the pack and make it bigger and bigger. So there you go. That's the force pack. And like I said, that thing has more features. We'll cover those later. Now, be sure to note that there's page arrows here. We've completed this one. We're still not at tier 3. That means there's one over here. Well, 3 over here. All right, next one. This guy is actually a flint. This is a flint, and we're gonna need another pickaxe for this. So force pick right here. You can put it on most of the tools, but I'm choosing to do the pickaxe. So boom, grab a piece of flint and pickaxe, flint, go. It gave us grinding. Interesting. What on earth is grinding, you might ask? Grinding makes, you know, it's not quite as useful in Sky Factory as it would be in a normal overworld scenario, but it does have its uses. So right here, let's grab some iron ore and put some of this down, and let's hit survival, and let's mine this. Boom, it made that little noise, and look at that, we got 2 iron powder out of that, like that. So we got 10 iron powder and a piece of tin. So what's happening here is that the pickaxe is actually grinding up the ore for you and giving you dust, 2 dust per ore, and you can cook those in a furnace to get 1 ingot per powder. So it basically doubles the amount of iron that you get out of an ore. And that's the same exact thing that you would get if you were using a pulverizer. If you're familiar with thermal expansion, pulverizers do the same thing, and pulverizers have a chance for a secondary output. That's where this tin came from. It mirrors what thermal expansion does, but it gives you from gives it to you from the pick. But there's another way yet that you can increase this even farther. So yeah, we've got 12 powder. If I were to stick that in the furnace, I would get 12 ingots. Well, watch this. You can craft these 4 up like that to get an iron chunk instead of powder. And 4 powder equals a chunk. If you cook the chunk, you'll get 5 ingots instead of 4. So that gives you even more output. And the final thing that I want to mention about this pick that I haven't mentioned yet, let's do gold this time just because we haven't. This pick, in fact, all of the Dartcraft tools have an area mode. So check this out. I'm going to just make a cube here of ore, like so. And then I'm going to, let's get back into survival. There we go. Okay, so I got the pickaxe. I'm gonna right click on it, and underneath my head here, I can't see it. It says area mode activated. So check this out. Boom! Sorry if that was loud. It just did a 3x3 area, and it goes 2 deep as well. So there's 2 layers here. This next one is gonna mine that entire thing. Boom. Done. And it ground it all up into dust, and just like the iron, we can do this like that to get chunks and get 1 bonus ingot out of it even after that. Yeah, pretty sweet. So grinding is pretty useful, and you know, just try grinding on a variety of things and see what you get. Let's give you one more example here. Let's show what it does to cobble. And boom, grinding. Look at that. Sand. Nice. You can see where this is going. Very useful tool. And if later, when we get to the deep dark, you can actually do some traditional mining with the thing and get some fun stuff. All right, so that is this guy right here done. We've got 2 left, and this one says, "Is this made out of snow?" How cryptic is that? All right, that is talking about this guy right here, the snow cookie. And let's put the fortune back. So this, in order to get a snow cookie, the easiest way is to take snow. See, this is a shovel. Any kind of shovel will work for this. Just go up to snow, hit that, and you get a snowball, right? Take the snowball, craft it, and you get a snow cookie. There you go. Now, it's easy for me because I'm actually in a taiga biome right now, so there's snow anywhere. As, you know, anytime it rains, the snow just covers stuff. What if you're not in a snow biome? Don't despair. You can still get snow. It just might be a little bit more difficult. Look up the recipe for snowballs right here, and you can see, yeah, this, ignore that because you don't know how to do that yet. That's a Dartcraft thing. This one, shaped crafting, essence, magical crops. I plan on doing a whole series just on magical crops, so how to get these guys is outside of the scope of this video. But just so you know, there is an alternative way to get it. In order to do it, you have to learn more about the magical crops mod. So in the meantime, while you're waiting for my video to come out on that, just go Google and that sort of stuff. So water, essence, air essence will get you snowballs. All right, so now that you got your snow cookie, you can enchant something with it. And let's see, we have not enchanted the shovel yet, so we could just do that, or maybe the bow. Should we do the bow? Yes. The bow is pretty sweet. You can put this on tools. You can put it on a sword. The sword is fun because it actually freezes monsters when you attack them. But I'm going to show you what it does on a bow. So that right there, snow cookie. And if we had some claws handy, we could actually get some damage. I might as well show you that. Claw, remember, that was back from tier 1, right? Put some claw. Boom, boom. So we're going to get a bow. I forgot to switch to creative mode. It's going to take forever again. So this is going to get us freezing, and this is going to get us extra damage. Now, the force bow actually has its own type of arrows. So we need to get some of those. Let's arrow right here. Force arrows. Boom. And let me show you the recipe for that. Force arrow is right here. Pretty simple. It's just a chicken feather, a force stick, and a force nugget. And you should already know how to get all of those things. All right, so let's grab the bow. So it has power 2 and freezing. Now, interestingly enough, bows have area mode just like the tools do. I showed you how I could right click and turn on area mode. Well, if you shift right click with the bow, there's different modes. So right here, I'll read it for you. It says changed to torch mode. Torch mode. Interesting, huh? Let's put a torch on our bar and let's shoot. Oh, wait. Oh, I shot a half slab. Let's shoot something here. This is not a half slab. Boom. Just like that. I actually just shot a torch. Let's try on the side of the books. Boom. How cool is that? All right, now we're going to shift right click again. Now it says changed to ice mode. That's because this is a, because we put freezing on it. All right, so now I'm going to, let's see if we can catch a monster alive. I assume it would work on choo-choos. We don't want to kill our animals. Can we get... No, choo-choo's dead. Oh, fine. We need a sacrificial animal. How about a sheep? We have a lot of those. So it might not be clear what exactly just happened, but it basically froze it in place. If it had lived through the attack, it would have frozen still for a while and then kept moving. And the last thing I want to show you is shooting this thing on blocks. All right, let's shoot this wall. Oh, it doesn't work. Okay, cobble. It does work on cobble. I was hoping that it would work there, but clearly it doesn't. There we go. Plain old cobblestone. Boom. It turned the cobble into smooth stone. So now let's shoot it again. And now it turned it into stone brick. Yeah, how cool is that? So I was hoping that this would turn this into stone brick walls, but apparently not. So there you go. That's freezing on the bow. It's very cool. It's very useful in for fighting monsters in more traditional senses. You know, again, not so much when you have them all contained like we do. And that just leaves one last one. And this is actually a bottle of Enchanting, which opens up some very interesting possibilities for us. Here, you know what? I'm going to use my AoE pick here to just get rid of those. Boom! All at once without even using Vein Miner. Okay, so we need a bottle of Enchanting, and so for that, I've got just plain old enchanted books, right? So you can see I've built myself a little enchanter over here. You can take a level 1 book. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, and you just take the book and the force rod and transmute it, boom, and you get bottles of Enchanting. And I think the better enchantment, the more bottles you get out of that. I think that's how it works. I'm not positive, but pretty sure. Okay, and so now we need to enchant something and put experience on that. So how on earth do we do that? So let me show you. We got more feces. Unintentional feces for the win. Let me drop some of this stuff off because our inventory is kind of full. Put some things away here, and I'm just gonna delete those. Okay, and you know what? Delete all the things because this is not really a standard world anyway. Okay, so let's grab. Do we have books? No, wait, no, creative. Book. There we go, books. Like so. All right, so we saw before that if you take a force rod and a book, you get an upgrade tome. Well, let me show you what happens when you take a book and put a bottle of Enchanting on it. Interesting. You can actually enchant a book in the infuser. Boom. Look what we've got. An experience tome. An experience tome. Pretty sweet stuff. Okay, so since we're in creative, let me here. Let's get several of these just so that we can pretend that we have a bunch of levels. Right? Okay, so that'll be fine. Boom, creative, or I mean back to survival. Let's give ourselves some levels. There we go, we've got some levels. Now, this XP tome, I'm going to, doesn't matter where you're at or whatever, but I'm going to hold shift, boom, and I'm going to right click. Do you see my levels dropping? My levels are actually dropping. It's putting them in the book. It tells you how many XP points are stored in the book. How cool is that? And if you right click without holding shift, it gives them back to you. And so now you can see XP 0 on the book. So again, just a simple book and a bottle of Enchanting in the infuser gets you that XP tome. This is one of the many ways that you can store levels so you don't have to be so scared of dying and losing all your XP. And we can use this thing later to complete a challenge by using it in an XP farm, by putting experience onto that thing automatically. And we'll show you that later. Now check it out. Now that we've completed that, that was the final enchant of that tier. We've unlocked a whole another row of these. We'll go over those in the next video. You'll see this one is not grayed out. That means it's optional. You don't have to do that craft in order to complete that tier. That's why it's not grayed out. And if you look at the book, there it is, tier 3. And we have 4 of these slots open to us now instead of just the 3. There you go. So in the next video, we're going to show you how to complete the next tier. And we're not quite to flight yet, but we're getting very close. I hope this was useful. If you liked it at all, click that like button down below, subscribe to the channel. Also be sure to check me out on Twitch, streaming Minecraft almost daily, and follow me up on the Twitters as well. And I will see you next time, guys. Bye. Bye. Random GG. Bye.